Coach Cam made this shit.
They don't fucking read about them. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll go underrated because I do actually somewhat pay attention to them, but again, it's only on YouTube, and it's again John C. and Fantano.
Yeah.
So I'll say underrated. They're pretty damn good at what they do, and it's a lot more in depth than you would think it would be. They notice shit that I don't, because as far as I know, I just notice if I like a song, if it sounds good, if the lyrics sound good to me. Mm-hmm. I really don't see below. I like more than that.
Yeah.
So I'll say underrated. I mean, it is a skill in of itself.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of said what I was going to. But I'll go underrated for the same reason of they point out stuff that I would miss almost every time.
Yeah.
And the only reason this is so-so and like it's almost overrated is because there's people that don't. There's some people who just listen to an album and then just say it's bad or good.
Yeah, it's usually what I do.
Yeah, but we're also not saying that we're critics.
Yeah.
Versus like someone on Pitchfork will just be like, don't like it. Why? I just don't. It's like,
yeah, there's somebody out there that gave the Peppa Pig album higher than Donda.
Yeah. And
I don't see any world where that's true.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes you shouldn't be a critic.
Sometimes people are just stupid.
Yeah. So that's what almost makes this overrated. But for the people that are really good at it and they really take it serious and they just point out extra stuff, they do what a critic's supposed to do, they're perfect. Even if I disagree with them, I think that's great.
Yeah, I don't know. Fantano pisses me off sometimes.
Same.
It's still definitely worth checking his channel out, but goddamn, he pisses me off sometimes, man. So obviously, like American Idol, America's Got Talent, and shit like that.
Overrated.
Yeah, I think it's a very easy overrated. How do you get qualified to be like a judge on America's Got Talent? What are you talented at? Like, cause what is Simon Cowell talented at besides being a British dick?
I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah, like who?
I really don't even
know
to
qualify for that. Like, what is your resume to be like you're qualified for this?
Yeah. It also seems extremely staged. Like, I don't want to say it is because I don't know that it is, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure a lot of it is staged, a lot of it's set up.
Yeah, there's no way a lot of those people are real people.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't believe a lot of those people are real. But I don't know. Those shows have always kind of pissed me off because what are the best people to come from stuff like that? Like Kelly Clarkson, Susan Boyle, Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I believe.
And I don't know what else he did after that, but yeah, I don't know. To me, as far as I know, Kelly Clarkson is like the shining thing from that, and she just hosts a talk show nowadays. So
yeah.
So maybe they could have done a little better with that.
Yeah.
Albeit she's got some bangers, though. I will not discredit that. But she is now a
Jennifer Hudson. I don't know if you said that.
I did not, but that's a good one.
10 is Clay Atkin, Scotty McQuarrie, Philip Phillips. I didn't expect that name. Jordan Sparks.
Neat.
Yeah.
Not crazy, but neat.
Fantasia Barrino?
No.
Don't know. Chris Daughtry.
No. Oh,
Adam Lambert.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson. Carrie Underwood.
Is that who we're thinking of and not Kelly Clarkson?
And then number 1 is Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, okay.
But Carrie Underwood, I didn't know, actually.
I get them two mixed up all the time. I really do.
Yeah.
I just know Kelly Clarkson's fat as fucking shit now.
But I mean, that is a couple talents, but
I don't listen to any of them.
I also think they're on season like 27 or something, just outright crazy. Yeah. So if
they're plants.
Like, in the top 10, I would say that most people don't know all 10.
No.
So you have 27 seasons, I'm just guessing. If you have 20 plus seasons and only half of them create an actual star and only half of those stars are actual stars, that's not a great turnover rate, especially if that's your whole thing is to make a star. Like, that's your entire show. Yeah,
and you're literally, you have the entire, I mean, I will say the entire world, because I know there are people that come from other countries to be on, like, American Idol and shit.
Yeah.
So you're basically working with a talent pool of the entire world, and you should be shooting so accurately every year. Like, every year there should be a new star. Like, it should be the NBA draft.
Yeah.
Like, every single year there's a new star. But there's not. It's like once every 5 years there's someone who kind of makes it and then gets fat as fucking shit and hosts a talk show. That's the number one example.
Still pretty good. I mean,
yeah, she has her own talk show, but I mean, I don't think it's kind of a low for someone who won American Idol, right? Like, who's the best example from American Idol? And bad as fucking shit now. I don't know if I mentioned it, but
yeah, those shows are overrated.
Bad as fucking shit. It's hard to say that they're underrated
now.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'll say underrated because I don't want to say overrated because I mean they're great. Mm-hmm. I, if it helps, have never actually read a single one, but I have listened to a bunch of nerds who have read all of them.
Yeah,
and they seem pretty damn cool. Yeah. I am much more of a verbal learner than I am a actual reading shit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I hold on to a lot of shit way more than I do if I hear it than rather if I read it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, YouTube's pretty free if you don't mind 20 ads, but yeah, so I'll say underrated. I, again, have not watched a single episode of the actual What Ifs, but that's not what this is about. It's about the comics. Mm-hmm. So I'll just stick with underrated.
Yeah, I think they're underrated. I think that if the show itself does good enough, that we might see the live action versions, and that also would be cool to see.
Yeah,
not necessarily that I'd rather that than the actual animation.
Yeah,
I would still rather the show continue and the animation do it. And
I doubt you're getting the big time stars for that, though. I doubt you're pulling in Tom Holland just to shoot a 30-minute episode and then
we'll see.
Yeah. Disney can pretty much make them do whatever they want.
Yeah, Disney's...
if they want them to dance from a stripper pole for 12 seconds, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And the show is, if the show gets big enough, the writers are already... they pitched, Luke Skywalker joining and shit just because of how much Disney owns. Yeah. So, we could see, really, really crazy ones.
You can literally see...
awesome.
At some point, it is very much a possibility that Luke Skywalker and Alien will fight each other. Yeah. That's how much they own.
Yeah, they wanted Luke Skywalker to join the Avengers. Yeah. And that'd be cool as shit.
Underrated. Tyrannical overlords, I think they're also underrated. I think Jeff Bezos is underrated. Disney's underrated. McDonald's is underrated.
Yeah.
I always root for the massive overdog.
I don't. I love a good underdog story.
Yeah. You either have to be a big underdog or a massive overdog for me to root for you.
But I root for Disney. I want Disney to keep buying other shit because I love what Disney's doing with all their shit. So, I root for Disney, and they're...
I root for Jeff Bezos.
They're definitely not an underdog. I love Amazon.
Yep. I don't care about Amazon. I just love Jeff Bezos. He's the only bald man I've ever loved. And Tyson.
Yeah, I was
and Jordan. I actually love a lot of bald men.
I was like, that can't be true, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bald men I love. Yeah. LeBron, if he ever stops with the gig.
LeBron is.
And the wig.
LeBron's this close.
Yeah. So I'll say bald.
Yeah.
He's been bald for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
That headband's only doing so much. So underrated. Bald men, unless you're super rich, you're overrated. But when you become really rich and I like you, then you're underrated.
Is that your topic? Rap beef. At first I thought you said rat beef, and I was like, you are a disgusting human if you've tried rat beef.
That sounds like an episode of It's Always Sunny. That sounds like something Charlie Day would do, would eat rat beef.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But rap beef, underrated. We don't really see any crazy ones other than the Drake and Kanye one right now. But other than that, there's not even any crazy ones. And theirs doesn't, I don't want to say feel like rap beef. I mean, it is. And I guess it's the new age of it. But before, people were actually fucking shooting each other and shit, which was
It was pretty fun.
It was really crazy.
Yeah.
But also, even like on the more tame side, like you had like Kanye and 50 Cent say whoever's album does worse has to quit music. Like that
wasn't a personal thing, though.
I know, but that's still like a cool little rap beef, even if it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, I started taking rap beef as an entire joke whenever it made headlines that will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas was beefing with the blogger Perez Hilton. This shit's a joke. This shit's a fucking joke. Like, I don't know. I think it's amusing, but holy shit, has it been corny and nothing serious. Like, nothing's actually ever been done in a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, ever? That's not true. But
you can't prove that. Can you?
I don't. Off the top of my head, no.
Yeah.
I think I could look it up. I think there's, I don't know.
Do you think you cracked the code on all this shit?
You don't think it's ever been proven? I don't know. Like, ever? Any rap beef ever?
I mean, there's one you're thinking of, right?
Honestly.
Where someone actually died? Where multiple people actually died?
No, not that one, actually. I was thinking of, I'm almost certain that the 50 Cent shooting was set up from Ja Rule. From what I've heard. I don't know that to be 100%.
Yeah, and I completely get why, if that did happen, why Ja Rule didn't face any jail time, because 50 Cent is a dick.
He bought out the first, like, what, three rows of his of one of his concerts, and then just didn't have anyone be there. Yeah. So they were all empty.
Stuff like that makes me totally understandable why somebody would shoot 50 Cent 9 times. I totally get that. If somebody did that to me, I don't think I'd stop at 9. But it's overrated. I think it's overrated.
I think it's underrated. I think that it can really bring out a better album out of people. And I'm not saying the ones now, but I'm just saying
17.
I'm just saying in general, like if you've seen two rappers beef, that could maybe motivate an unmotivated rapper.
Yeah, like as far as the 90s are concerned, Hit 'Em Up is one of my favorite 90s songs of all time. Yeah. But that was when beef was like actual beef and not just like subliminal. Yeah. You know, like I'm not going to mention you because I also want the song played on the radio. You know, it's weird.
It is weird.
Underrated. I will honestly say that is the most underrated thing. Not that I think people hate on it, but I mean, people do receive hate, but you just got to be good at it. Or like,
I see a lot of people hate on covers.
Yeah, I do too. And that's why I'm going so hard in the underrated side of things. Like, I wish Frank Ocean would just take a year and just cover a lot of shit. Yeah. Gambino has a beautiful cover. Yeah. Some of my favorite songs ever are covers. Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson, one of my favorite songs of all time. Hurt by Johnny Cash is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's a cover. Yeah. Even I actually like Miley Cyrus's cover of Zombie by Cranberries. Yeah. By the Cranberries. Even though I don't think she was able to do it more justice than the original people, I still definitely return to the original song. Yeah. But still neat. Yeah. It's still a cool... People, I don't know. I think too many people think of it as like they're trying to improve upon it. Yeah. But really, it's kind of an ode to them. Like,
yeah, that's what I think of it as.
Yeah. I think people are just thinking of it wrong.
Yeah. I think it's underrated too, because I think that it's really cool. It's cool to see an artist that I like cover a song by an artist that I like. But it's also cool if I see them take that in a new direction, and like, especially if it's a song that I would have never guessed that they could do. Like Childish Gambino was a good example. I would have never guessed that song was so good. And then when he did the cover of it, I was like, I love this. Yeah. Like, that's one of my favorite covers ever. Yeah. And it's just because it's out of their realm. It's not something that they would ever write, they would ever perform, but it's something that someone else did, so they did it. So it's cool to see artists like step out of their lane.
Yeah. Hard underrated.
Yeah, underrated as shit. Is it underrated?
It's under.
I feel like I see a lot of... Yeah, it's probably underrated. I see more... Well, I was trying to think. If I see more, like, people liking it or more hate on it. Because if I... But I do see a lot of people hating on it for how trashy it is. But
it is.
That's what you want. You're going. When do you go to Waffle House? When you're either super fucked up or you're super hungover, and you're going there to pretty much recover from drinking the night before, and you're not going to like a super classy restaurant when you're hungover to the point you feel like shit. Like I kind of want a trashy place that treat like I don't know, gives me good food.
Yeah. And the trashier it is, the better your food's going to be. I mean, that's true across multiple restaurants. I'll stop at Indi's, but Indi's is the best example of that. Mm-hmm. Waffle House, it kind of humbles me because I've had a pretty like privileged life, so going there is kind of like a scared straight for me. It's pretty nice, you know. It humbles me a little bit, shows me what the world's actually like, and I get a pretty good goddamn waffle when I go there. So and they never close.
Yeah,
like no matter what, like zombie apocalypse, they're open.
Yeah, Waffle House is open.
Tornado, they're open. They're always open and they're always strung out. So it's pretty nice. It's not nice. It's not a family thing, but you should treat it like you're going to like a dive bar, every time you go there. Just no shit's going to happen.
Yeah,
don't bring the kids. Unless, you know, they're assholes and you want to scare them straight and let them meet some actual convicts. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think that it sees a lot of hate, especially on like social media and shit.
I feel like too many people focus on the trashy aspect. You can look up Waffle House fight and you will spend the rest of your life watching videos on Waffle House fights. It never ends.
Yeah, there's always a fight.
There's always new ones happening. Yeah. There's one happening right now.
Yeah.
Right fucking now.
Yeah.
But too many people focus on that, but they actually do have good food.
Yeah.
The food's pretty fucking good. It's better than Denny's.